Welcome back to the shop, everybody. Well, today I'm going to be making a resin bowl, and I'm going to be using these candies that will line the edge of the bowl. It's going to be really cool. I wish I could tell you it was an original idea, but it wasn't. A friend of mine, Skyler Ewing from Sawdust and Splinters, check out her YouTube. She made this recently, and I thought, that would be kind of fun to have in the house. So I talked to her about it, and she said, yeah, we'll go ahead and film it. I didn't want to steal an idea, but she said, go for it. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process. It's a really simple project and a good beginner's resin project. So let's get into it. Okay, what are you going to need to do this project? Well, obviously, you're going to need some candies. You're going to need the silicone mold, and I'm going to give you all of these links in the comments. You need a resin, and in this case, I'm using deep pour resin. This is by T Expert. I like it a lot. The reason I use deep pour is that normally I would be torching bubbles to pop any bubbles that might surface, but I can't do that inside this mold. So I need a very thin resin that's slow to cure that'll allow those bubbles to rise up to the top. So pretty simple. Going to need a measuring cup, a stir spoon of some sort, and what I did is I used some crystal clear enamel and I spray painted the top of, well, the top and bottom of the candy just to help protect the candy so it doesn't fade over time. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the resin off camera, and then we're going to come back in. We're going to stuff these candies down in the sides, and it's going to be exciting to see how this turns out. All right, so I've got the candy stuffed in here. I had leftover candy and I had another bowl mold, so I thought I might as well make two. So I've mixed up the resin, and you can see the bubbles are rising to the top right there. You know what I can do is just go ahead and pop the top. It's kind of a handy tip. That eliminated some of the bubbles, and I'm not in any rush to get this resin poured. I could wait a little longer and pop more bubbles with that torch, but I really don't need to, again, because it is the deep pour stuff. So let's give it a shot, see what happens. I've never used this mold before, so you're learning right along with me. I should mention too that normally you'd be using mold release when I do crosses and things like that. With this project, you don't use any mold release. Okay, I'll let that just kind of seep down in. It's definitely a cool project. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this one while that's settling down. Yeah, that's going to be a little more challenging to pour. You can see some bubbles coming up from the top, and that's good. That's exactly what we want. Okay, well, I'm going to keep pouring this. It's going to take a little bit of time, it looks like. Don't want to bore you. So this is going to cure for probably 3 or 4 days before I demold it. And I'll bring you back during the demolding process and we'll see how we did. It's been 4 days and I am dying to get this out of the mold. Let's do it. So, not having done one of these before, it's going to be interesting to see how easily or difficult it is to demold. And these aren't expensive molds. And as I mentioned before, you're not using mold release because you can't get it down in there. But they're priced as kind of a disposable mold. You might be able to get a few uses out of them, or maybe I'll ruin it right now. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, well, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Just about there. I didn't ruin the mold. That's a win. Hey, this is cool. I'm liking it. It really has a nice gloss to it. I think that worked out really good. So I'm going to demold this next one, and then we're going to wrap it up. As I'm demolding this, I just wanted to say thank you for following along. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment. I'd appreciate that too. It also helps my YouTube channel. And I've got tons of stuff coming up. Uh, I'm filming, this is December 18th, 2024. And wow, there's some really cool things that are lining up for 2025. So you're in for a treat. I know I am. Okay, we're real close on this one. Oh, this is totally different. This mold had some texture to it. So it made the clear resin, well, it's got these cool dimples. Hope you can see that. That's not bad. All right. So I'm going to fill these up with candy, take a couple of pictures, and, you know, hit the subscribe button if you will. That'll really help me out. Hit the bell. You get notified of all my content. There's a lot coming. And thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.